everybody, to the Keep It Real podcast. We have a very special episode for you today. But as always, we're joined today by Cindy, hey, Destiny, hey, myself Amanda, and our very special guest today, Chris Ramey.
Yay! So you want to introduce it? We're here to talk about CCW wrestling. We're excited about that.
Yes.
It's this weekend. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure, great. So CCW's first event is at the American Legion in Barbersville, post 177, I believe. The address is 6024 US Route 60. This will be our first show, and it's actually happening on my birthday.
Oh, that's awesome. What a birthday gift.
Yes,
what a birthday gift to yourself at the same time, but for everybody that's in the locker room as well.
So everybody come out and celebrate his birthday.
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
What was what day is it again? I'm sorry?
July the 8th.
July the 8th, y'all. That is so soon.
It's Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday. Not to nitpick and try to, pick your brain too awful much on this one, but who all can we expect to be there? What special wrestlers do you have in mind for the show?
Okay, well, we have GQ, obviously.
Obviously.
We have Grappling Inc.
Okay.
We have Caleb Throne and Jordan Carlisle.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
We have Dante Williams, Randy the King Allen, Paparazzi, and Paul Bryant.
Oh, wow.
Yay, Paul Bryant. I'm a Paul Bryant
let's
fan.
see, And we have Big Tater Gang versus Shell Shock for our main event,
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
which is Gen Z and Tyler Jacks.
Tyler
for
Jack.
Shell Shock.
Tyler
Awesome.
Jacks, nice. That sounds like a fully loaded card. That sounds like something so super exciting. I'm very excited about this.
Oh, me too. I
this
cannot
show.
wait. We've been talking about it for 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, I know. Well, I've been talking about it with Corey a lot, especially since GQ had brought it up, and I said, what's a really wonderful change of events is that we get more of the independents, and I'm all about more independent shows. Not for anybody to step on anybody else's toes by any means, but it's nice to have a good variety as well. So Chris, where did you start in wrestling? So this is your show. I know this can't be your very first rodeo with wrestling at all, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I started wrestling at the age of 16, illegally.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was trained and everything, but I started wrestling at 16, and I wrestled all the way up until like 2018 when I blew my knee up.
Oh goodness.
Now, occasionally, I still feel froggy enough to get in there for a rumble or something, but since I'm an owner now, I've been...
It's hard though. It is. It's hard to stay away from a ring. Even myself, when I find myself at a show or a venue or whatnot, I'm like, I really want to get in the ring. It's really hard, but
Well, I don't wrestle, and it's hard for me. I want to get in there too.
I know. One day. And Miss Destiny, she'll have her time. A lot of time. That's what. So where all did you used to wrestle? Was it locally or?
Yes, it was locally. I wrestled actually at the old 304.
Okay.
With some of the old 304 guys.
I remember 304.
Yep.
I remember.
I was that little idiot that was like, "Hey, I'll put up the ring if you put me in."
But you know what?
Hey, that's a good thing.
That is a very
That's
good
a
thing.
Good thing.
There is no idiot required in any of that, because I'll tell you one thing that has been an unfortunate evolution of independence is that it's been forgotten of paying your dues. I'm a very firm supporter, and when I had my run in the business, I paid my dues. I'm sure you have as well. But a lot of the youths nowadays have forgotten that, and we need to get back to it. So let me tell you something, y'all. If you're listening to this and you're going to be on that roster, and you've not helped set up a ring yet, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna set up a ring.
You might even have to go load it.
Yeah, definitely. But I do think that is something that needs to be brought back to the business.
I agree.
And respect for elders, especially, not just if you're some young, punk that's been in the business for a good minute, and just because they're over does not mean that you don't have to pay your dues. So also, veterans out there too, lead by example, and it makes it so much easier when there are so many more people to help along. So that's my little PSA for the evening. But Destiny, did you have questions for Mr. Ramey this evening?
That I can think of right now.
I have one. What made you want to start your company?
Okay, so I was 20 or 21. If you all know anything about the CK area, the old Big Bear had just went out. And as my mom's last wish, she goes, I swear to you, we will get that building, we'll get you a ring, you can set up and you can run your own company.
Oh, wow.
And unfortunately it didn't happen then. Let's just say life happens and then you go away, you come back. But it was actually her. I was in Richmond, Virginia with her, and she was like, have you got your ring yet? And I went, what are you talking about? She goes, here, and just tossed me like 10 grand. And I went, here, this is for you.
Oh my
And I went,
gosh.
and I just broke down. I was like, what are you doing? You could spend this on the house payment. You could do this. You could do this. You don't need to give it to me. I don't need this. And she's like, oh yeah, you do. She goes, you've been wrestling since 18 on So she found out like about maybe 2.5 months ago that I was wrestling since I was 16.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm gonna go spend the night at a friend's house.
Hey, I think a lot of mamas have heard that story, just
Yeah.
saying, out of the wrestling
And you could have
community.
been doing worse.
Yes.
You know, than-
Very true. Yes.
We had talked about Loco, and he was usually always my ride. He got special permission to pick me up from school one day, and my brother was like, he's really like, oh no, he's cool. He's with me. It's good. But yeah, Loco, I can't sing his praises more than anything. He's the one that actually was like, if you're gonna be this, then you're gonna learn it right.
Yes.
This is how you land. Now get in here and do it. What? So my first experience on bumping, I was bruised. I hated myself for like a week and a half because I was soaked up.
Yeah.
But you get over it, you work it. You even through now, you still just continue to push through.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yes. Takes a lot of perseverance and a lot of willpower, and bless him, you know, I'm happy that you had a good mentor in the business as well. So that's exciting. And not to drop names, but if it's can we expect Loco the Clown?
Oh yes, he's our GM.
So
I'm letting it out. If y'all didn't make it to Bluegrass Con, yes, he's our general manager.
Wow. So guess what, y'all? Loco the Clown is going to be at the American Legion on July 8th.
Yes.
8th.
That is awesome. That's awesome.
That is so awesome. So I know that GQ had brought out this beautiful championship belt.
Yes, the Evolution belt.
The Evolution belt. What other belt names do you have that are going with that, or what is the Evolution belt the top tier,
No.
or is it more of your
Technically,
intercounting belt?
technically, a lot of people want to label it as a mid-card belt, but it's not.
Okay.
You're not just stuck at a mid-card. Let me explain the Evolution title to you.
Absolutely.
So once you win the belt,
Okay.
like GQ has, you have to successfully defend it 3 times in a row. On
Okay.
that third try, on that third attempt, and it is successful, you can trade it in for a chance at the heavyweight title,
Oh, nice.
whether that's a man or for the women.
Oh wow. That's
nice.
really unique. That is very unique, and that's interesting. So, So I'm excited.
I am too.
Definitely excited to see. And now, if the belt changes hands before that, before 3 successful wins,
Mhm.
though, that new person would have to
That,
start a new
yeah,
series
that
of
person
3.
starts a new
Okay, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So we have tag team champions as well.
Yes, which is Big Tater Gang.
Okay.
They're the champs, are. Nice. Hey, Big Tater Gang.
Big Tater Gang. Woo woo. Sorry, that is one of the best tag team names I've heard in a long time. Props and A plus for ingenuity and just unique name.
And they're so awesome.
Yeah. And I
I
know
love watching them.
you'd said you had one of Cindy's favorites. Gym Class Hero has grown on her exponentially.
Yes, oh my gosh.
Paul Bryant.
He's like one of my favorites.
He's so over right now, even with his little workout gimmicks. and
Yes.
stuff. He is so over.
I've been watching this on TikTok.
She sent me
I'm
a
scared
TikTok and I said, girl, this is something else. My goodness gracious. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
So, GQ actually has, this will be for his 3rd defense, and it's against
Oh.
a mystery opponent.
Oh.
Mystery.
Yeah. It's
Are we
under-
bringing somebody out of retirement? Is it my husband?
Yes.
If it is, I don't know it yet.
You're like, surprise.
No, I can confirm it's not your husband.
It is not. Okay. I'll leave it
I
at that.
don't mean to keep kicking your feet.
You're
I'm just
fine.
like playing footsies
She's
under
just
the
over here
table.
just kicking me. Just no.
Sorry.
That's what happens when we get excited about
Yeah.
wrestling. We just
As long as I don't have to go through a table again, I'm good.
no. It's okay. It's quite all right.
But we also have on the card Caleb Throne and Jordan Carlisle from FTC's wrestling camp. They're going at a 30-minute Iron Man match for the number 1 contendership of the Evolution title.
Wow, that's awesome. So I know we had mentioned earlier prior to the podcast starting, your wife is very involved as well in CCW. And what's your wife's name?
Jessica Ramey.
Jessica.
Yes, hi, we wanted
Hi,
to meet
sweetheart.
you. We'll meet you Saturday.
I know. Sorry,
Hopefully.
we're so sorry that you couldn't be here today. We do know,
I got your notes.
She's feeling a little under the weather, which we're praying for her. And you said this is her baby. So.
Yes, this is her wheelhouse.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome that you both are in it together.
Yes.
Power couples, I'm all about that. That's cool. That really is.
So she's gonna kill me for this.
No.
But okay, so she had watched it as a kid back in like the 80s with Hogan and all that.
Mhm.
And then her next experience with wrestling was after she met me, and I took her to AEW, and she's like, "This guy's acting is crap. Like and I'm going." I just went blank stare, and people were sitting right in the middle of the aisle, and everybody went. I was like, "Look, stop! She's in training. She's a newbie." And everyone was like, "Just okay." And she's like, "What?" I'll tell you in the car. Just
Shoosh.
Shush, please.
But she has tremendously, over leaps and bounds, got names, moves. She's still working on some of the moves, but she'll be like, "Hey, what's this called? Hey, have you taken it before?" Maybe. I don't quite remember everything I've taken in the past 20-some, 30-some years.
I remember a head kick. I can't remember who did it.
Wonder why?
Well, we have been in
It's
talks.
the
with-
amnesia avalanche.
Getting kicked in the head will do that a lot.
Mhm.
Getting super kicked a lot.
Absolutely. So where do you see your company a year from now? Are you planning on staying in the area or branching out?
Well, to be completely honest, we're going to stay local.
Okay.
We're going to stay in West Virginia for this year.
Absolutely.
Not saying that we're not going to go to Kentucky or Ohio, but for this to be in our area, we have all lived here. This is our area, so this is primarily going to be our area.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
That is
It
really awesome, and that's something that also fans, your home base crowd
Mhm.
can depend on shows being very regular and their own brand of wrestling, which is great. So again, so super excited for it. So super excited.
Me too. And we need that.
Absolutely.
We need that.
Absolutely. Not saying that there's not a variety, but again, I always encourage more variety. Just give the people what they want, which is wrestling.
Yes.
All wrestling all the time.
A lot. Like we say, the only bad thing about wrestling is when it's over.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My wife did a quote the other day, and she was like, "Why is it that you always look like you have a tear in your eye when the show's over?" And I'm like, "It was over."
Yeah, it was over. Yeah, absolutely. So, do you find yourself to be more of a WWE fan or an AEW fan?
Wrestling is wrestling.
Ab-
Whether it's TNA, whether it's WWE, whether it's a
Good
little bit of
answer.
people here, a little bit of people there, do I watch? I just recently started watching WWE again within the past maybe 2 years. So
I know for me, WWE kind of at a certain point lost its luster for me, and I was just like, but I, gotten back into it. It comes in lovely ways, but I'm always watching some kind of wrestling almost all
Yes,
the time.
every day. It's like if it's not on, you're like looking for something to watch.
Yes.
If it's not regularly. Now, see, I'm the opposite because I started out, not to give you my backstory, but I started out watching Georgia Championship Wrestling, ICW Wrestling.
The real good stuff. Yes.
Yeah, and that's where I was NWA.
Yes.
Back then, and I guess I just kind of followed the same line.
Yes.
So I've been more of a WWE
Yeah.
fan forever. And I've just started in the past couple of years watching AEW.
Right.
Now, I had watched NXT,
mhm.
but I just really started getting more into AEW. Actually,
Right.
since you came along,
Yes.
and we started talking about more and more, and she's like, "Did you know this person's there now?" And I'm like, "What? Okay."
I'm pretty sure that's when Andrade went over, but yes. The reason why I'm probably a bigger AEW fan was because I was originally a WCW fan back then, and they are, I can't say they're the same by any means, but they are very similar in a lot of aspects, which WCW, even though they had a Russo,
They had,
but it was great.
It
they
was
had
great.
a way to pull people from. They led the ratings for almost 2.5 years.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So
I loved it.
And it was
Oh,
good for
Kevin
variety.
Nash.
Yes.
I loved it. I've always loved all wrestling though.
Oh yeah.
All of it.
Corey and I, my husband and I, we recently just got into watching a lot of old school wrestling. Billy Robinson, Johnny Saint.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Valiant.
I
Boogie
love
Woogie.
him.
That's who-
Bless his
that's
soul.
where I got trained, was Boogie's camp.
Oh wow.
Boogie's awesome.
He is.
I've gotten to see him a few times.
Still to this day, the man would just come up to you and just give you a hug.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to see Boogie, and I don't know about you, your favorite, I guess, if you will, the most famous folks that you've gotten to meet. Who would that be?
I have never got to meet a famous wrestler.
Really?
No, but I have met the
Boogie.
lead. Well, yeah, Boogie.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
But Boogie comes in and he goes, "Okay, this is what we're gonna learn today, coaches."
Take it
Hey,
away.
Boogie. Yeah. So it was like that. Now, did I ever sit down during creative stuff and have meetings with Boogie? And he goes, "Okay, what are you good at? What's your strengths? What's this? Do you want to be a good guy? Do you want to be a bad guy?" I don't know. You tell me.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Kid, listen to me. The one thing, it's got to be you.
Mhm.
If you don't believe it, it ain't gonna go over."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got it too now.
Everybody just stared. Just niggas.
And
That's very, very wise words. But for sure.
But the only person famous that I've ever met was David Draymond of Disturbed.
Okay. Jealous. Super jealous.
Nice.
Not gonna lie.
And that was only because I was in the ER that he was in.
Oh.
Bless.
That was good timing though. That's
Happy circumstances. One of my favorites though will always and forever be Ricky Morton.
Aw,
And Robert
Ricky
Gibson.
Morton.
Listen, the Rock and Roll Express just
Yes.
they have a place in my heart,
Same.
and I'll never. Yeah, they'll always be there forever. So forever.
And
Not
ever.
to quote Terry
And
Funk.
ever. And ever. Yeah.
But that's one of my favorites, especially when they were running locally as often as they did. I don't know if they know how appreciated they were here, but tremendously.
Like I said, when 304 had brought in Ricky Morton a lot, and I was like, wow. And I was so nervous to go up and, like, back then I was just like putting on my boots just quietly and sitting in my little corner. And it was just, you don't bother nobody, you don't say nothing, you're the new kid, it's gonna be a squash match, let's do this, okay. So you get ready, you look at your name, okay, I'm right here, okay. 5 minutes, gotcha.
Can do.
Gotcha.
Well, my favorites, I'll say it again. And I've met him, but I've never got to have long conversation with him. It's Tommy Wildfire Rich.
Yes.
And he's another one that's gonna be starting a local promotion.
Really?
Oh, local is in.
Kentucky based, I believe.
Oh, that's still not far. That's not bad. Hey.
Well,
You're just
I
like-
don't
I can see the wheels in your
Yeah.
head.
How soon is this? No.
We'll have to definitely get some details on that as well. But first and foremost, we are not to emphasize enough, but we are so super excited about CCW, what you guys are doing, what you guys are bringing to the table, what's different, what's new, and what's just good. And guys, the roster you have is phenomenal. That we all couldn't be happier. And I, without a shadow of a doubt, think it's going to be an absolute wonderful thing and a great success. So
I hope. I've poured so much into this. My wife has poured so much into this. I have spent out close to $10,000 for this. So, because we're doing this legit, we're licensed with the state. I never knew what it took to start a company until I started, and then you're like, okay, well, let's do it.
the state stands there with their hand out and they don't take it back until you're like, are you done yet? And they're like, not quite. No.
Almost. We're almost there.
Guys, listen. It is a lot of hard work that Chris, his wife, and the crew that he has are putting together. We could not encourage you more. Please come out July 8th. Okay, at the American Legion in Barbersville, just on Route 60, right?
Yes, it's if you look where the old Hardee's is, it's just up on the hill.
Okay, there we go. Super easy, barely an inconvenience to get to. And they've got a power pack show. What time? What time do the doors open?
Doors open at 5.
Okay.
And bell time is at 5:30.
Okay, doors open at 5, bell time at 5:30, and what would be general admission? Have we figured that
15.
out? Okay.
And front row is 20.
Front row is 20. All right.
Not bad, guys.
Not at all.
Great show.
Not at all. That is absolutely fantastic.
And there might be a few surprises.
Surprises!
I like surprises.
I love surprises.
Especially when they're good surprises. Are these bad surprises?
No, I'm just like, I don't like
I was like,
That's
I'm excited for surprises, but wait a minute.
Is there a PG or anything?
Technically, we're running a PG-14
Okay.
We're gonna try to keep it as clean as possible,
Okay.
but there's gonna be slip ups. There's gonna be, but no meaning is it's gonna be rated G.
Okay.
It's not gonna be.
Well, the live
No
WWE
judgment.
show wasn't PG either, so I mean.
But just a warning, there may be some words said. Correct?
Yes, and
Okay.
there is people that does have beef with other people, and what better way to have them settle it?
Mm-hmm.
Air out that laundry.
I'm not calling out no names.
None.
That's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
So
We're gonna
is
be there.
So is GQ's special opponent? Is it me?
No.
Speaking out there, retire my husband, sir. Will you?
Oh.
Yeah, GQ. I'm looking at you. What? Bring it on.
All I can say is it's in for a real bad match.
Oh.
Yes, G. That's me. I'm calling you out.
Ooh.
Well, thank you for putting us over.
GQ brother, listen, we love you, man.
Yes,
And also, I would also like to say again, July 8th, American Legion in Barbersville. Listen, guys and gals out there that are wrestling, please be safe. We don't want any injuries. We don't want any broken bones or anything. Please be safe. Please be safe getting to and from the show as well. And that goes for our fans out there as well that are going to the show. Chris, is there anything else that you would like to discuss?
Well, other than just we have a fatal 4-way match.
Okay.
We have 3 title matches, I believe.
Wow.
Nice.
So
Pay-per-view quality on the first show. All right, man.
yeah, I was told to go all in or all out. So
I have a question.
okay,
Do you have a women's title?
yes we do.
Wow.
Who are your women what women wrestlers will be there?
So we have Sarah Bubbles
Okay.
going up against Kendall Ryan,
Oh.
and they have heat.
Ooh.
I've seen, if you go to our Facebook page, which is Combat or CCW for Fans, on Facebook, you can see some of the promos that the men and women have shared.
Okay. That's fantastic. Do you guys have a YouTube channel as well?
Not yet.
Not
We're
yet.
in the process of getting that and working things out.
Well, as soon as you do, just let us know, and we will be posting that as well in the linky down below in the description. So,
And probably over the rainbow.
yes.
But whether you're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, it's all CCW for Fans, FANS.
You say you got Twitter too?
Yes.
I think we're subscribed to all of them or following all of them, but I wasn't positive.
Well, we will all be
Do
following.
you have a
that's for sure.
TikTok yet?
That I am not for sure on.
Sure, yeah.
There was talks about it, and we were encouraged, but we haven't set one up yet.
Okay.
Well, again, when you do, let us know. Definitely.
Yes.
And again, shout out to Jessica. We hope you feel
Yes.
better soon, and
Yes.
we are praying for you.
Absolutely.
Love you, babe.
No. We're really excited for you guys. We wish and pray for the most success possible. Guys, gals out there, let's go to the American Legion, July 8th in Barbersville. The address again, 6024 US Route 60, Barbersville, the American Legion. Be there, doors open at 5, bell time starts at 5:30. So make sure that you get in line to get your tickets, get your seats, because it's gonna be awesome.
Or can you can order them online too, can't you?
As far as I know, yes, that link is still up, but if it is down, you can still buy them at the door.
Okay. Sounds fantastic. Well, Chris, sir, does anybody else have any open comments, open thoughts?
I'm
All right,
an open book.
Yeah.
Open book.
I'm just excited. I can't wait to see this thing. It's gonna be good.
Absolutely, absolutely,
You all come out. Like I said, celebrate his birthday with him. It's gonna be a good time.
absolutely.
We're gonna be there for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. there.
Good. It's
Have a good day.
good. As long as there's two people there, if there's, the Bible says wherever two or three are gathered in His name, there I am also. So we got at least two people there. So
Amen.
That's right, amen.
Holler. That's awesome. Well, listen, Chris, I can't thank you enough for coming out tonight. We absolutely appreciate you being here and letting us know, and letting fans out here know more about CCW.
Yes.
Again, that is Combat Championship Wrestling. And again, so excited. And we ask that, if you give this guy a like and a follow on Facebook. It is CCW, the number 4 fans on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That's right. Give him a like. Give him a shout out, y'all. Guys and gals, again, be safe out there whenever you go wrestle.
Yes.
And we appreciate having you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you
no,
again
no
so much.
problem.
Shout out to CCW. Big time. Hey.
And we will see you all. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share our channel also. We'll see you later. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.